The way you think in your mind can change everything. In one of the hardest periods of my life, I kept asking myself a question. Why do some people break through, gain momentum, create opportunities, while others get stuck, lose energy, or give up altogether? And one thing became clear to me. Success always leaves clues. About 10 years ago, I started studying the mindset behind highly successful people through books, neuroscience, psychology, talks, podcasts. Not motivation, patterns, simple mental habits they practice daily. And then I tested them myself. Within a very short time, I experienced a huge shift. Before that, I was frozen, overthinking, unhappy, full of dreams, but my actions were still controlled by old mental habits that kept me small and unhappy. And then I made one decision. Nothing will change if I don't change. So if you're struggling right now with a serious life situation, lack of focus, low energy, or simply getting your life together, these 7 mental habits can change the way you feel, you work, and show up in the world. Your mind is a superpower. Let me show you how successful people use it. Habit number 1, relentless focus on learning and skill building. Every successful person I have studied has one thing in common. They never stop learning. Neuroscience shows that the brain stays plastic, changeable throughout life. Every time you learn something new, you literally rewire your brain. Think of people like Warren Buffett, who spends most of his days reading, or Oprah, who attributes her success to constant learning and reflection. But here's the practical part. It's not about collecting information. It's applied learning. Read, watch, listen, and then create something with it. Write a paragraph. Teach one idea. Try one small experiment. Learning creates confidence. Confidence creates momentum. And momentum is what pulls you out of stagnation, which leads us naturally to habit number 2. Think bigger, bolder, and more creatively. Successful people don't think realistically. They think possibility-based. Psychology shows that visualization activates the same neural pathways as real experience. Your brain doesn't actually distinguish between what you vividly imagine and what you actually do. Athletes use it all the time. Let's take Michael Phelps. He mentally rehearsed every single race before he jumped into the pool, including what he would do if something went wrong. Here's the key shift. Act as if the person you want to become already exists. Ask yourself daily, what would that version of me think today? What choice would they make here? Thinking bigger expands your internal permission. And once your mind expands, it doesn't easily shrink back. And that expansion naturally turns outward. Habit number 3, give more than you get. The most fulfilled and successful people are not obsessed with themselves. Research in positive psychology shows that contribution activates long-term motivation and well-being far more than achievement alone. A powerful example is Jose Andres, a world-class chef who built enormous professional success and then used it to serve others at scale. Through World Central Kitchen, he goes around the world helping people, feeding them in disaster zones, wherever systems fail. And he didn't do it by doing more for himself, but by asking this question: how can I help others right now with what I have? But giving more doesn't mean burning yourself out. It means asking yourself one simple question: how can I be useful today? So serve people, and even more so, serve those who serve others. Your contribution gives meaning to your effort, and the meaning fuels your consistency. which brings us to a habit that separates leaders from followers. This habit is ask contrarian questions. Successful people question assumptions. Instead of asking, how do I do more, they ask, what actually matters? Let's take people like Elon Musk, using first principles thinking, breaking problems down instead of copying existing models. Try this daily. What am I avoiding that might actually move my life forward? If I had less time, what would I stop doing? What belief am I treating as fact? Better questions create better thinking, and better thinking creates better outcomes. And that leads us straight into how successful people handle failure. Habit number 5, redefine failure. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of the process. Neuroscience shows that mistakes are when your brain learns fastest. So your growth literally happens in moments of discomfort. Nikola Tesla is a powerful example of this. Many of his ideas failed, were misunderstood, underfunded, or arrived before the world was ready for them. He experienced many setbacks, financial losses, or public dismissal, yet he continued experimenting, refining, and thinking beyond existing limits. And what seemed like failure in the moment was just necessary iteration, laying the groundwork for inventions that later changed the world. The moments that scare you the most, they are often the moments shaping you the most. Successful people don't avoid failure, they extract feedback from it. Ask this: what worked? What didn't? And what do I do differently? And this brings us to a habit that protects your energy. Habit number 6, do less, not more. Busyness is not productivity. Science shows that your focus is a limited resource. The more you scatter it, the weaker your output becomes. Derek Sivers calls it a hell yes or no rule. If it's not a hell yes, it's a no. Successful people protect their attention fiercely. They choose fewer goals, fewer commitments, and fewer distractions. And paradoxically, they get more done. Doing less creates clarity, and clarity creates power. And now let me add a bonus habit. Work on your consciousness daily. This is the foundation. Meditation, journaling, time in silence, self-observation. These practices increase self-awareness, emotional regulation, and cognitive flexibility. Science shows that mindfulness physically changes the brain, strengthening areas responsible for focus, empathy, and resilience. The most successful people are not reactive, they respond. When you expand your consciousness, you gain space between stimulus and reaction. And in that space, you gain freedom. Now let's make a recap. Habit number 1, learn relentlessly and build skills. Habit number 2, visualize boldly and think bigger. Habit number 3, give more than you get. Number 4, ask contrarian questions. Number 5, redefine failure. Habit number 6, do less, not more. And the bonus habit, work on your consciousness daily. And please remember, you don't have to change your entire life today. Just start with one single habit. And if this resonated with you, please share what is the habit that has changed your life, or which of the mental habits you feel you need the most right now. Please leave a comment below, share your experience, and please pass it on to someone who might need it today. Thank you very much, and see you soon.